Hey everybody, how are we doing today? We are live here at the PPC Poker Tour, PPC Aruba World Championship.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
Mark Hoke, Reuben Bresler here.
How you
and
doing?
of course we got AJ Soccer.
Yep.
It's going to be hanging around here too.
He'll be the one in the coming in tomorrow when I have my break day.
Yes, because AJ had a good night last night.
He did. He got fourth.
Unbelievable.
First PPC cash of his career. Well done.
I am the only one without a cash. Of course, I'm only played one PPC tournament.
Right,
because,
you're a little bit
I'm
busier.
Yeah, I'm
typically.
Yeah, kind of sucks.
No day off for you this time.
Never. When do I get a day off?
Well, you could have gotten a day off, and then AJ and I could have held down the fort for a day.
Yeah, that's all right. We got to do what we got to do because
All right,
we're going to be doing all these great video updates for you. We're going to be talking to a lot of the great players on the PPC Poker Tour, kind of giving you a little insight on what's going on down here in Aruba. It should be an unbelievable series. We've got a $500,000 guaranteed main event along with all the other side events going on, and I'm going to tell you right now, I think the guarantee's already done.
Yeah, I think that, well, there are a couple of reasons why, and primarily among them is, of course, number one, the buy-in went up this year, and so it's a much more prestigious event, $2,400 buy-in.
Mm-hmm.
And between last year and this year, I heard so many people saying, you got to get down to Aruba for the PPC. You have to. Even over the summer at the World Series, I heard people talking about the PPC Aruba Championship being the best tournament of the year, bringing their friends down, trying to get folks from Vegas down here to Aruba. So I think it's going to be it's going to be at least as big as last year with the huge increase in the main event buy-in.
Plus, we've had so many winners, 27 players, one main events on the tour.
Right, absolutely.
So, and of course, there were so many other packages given out along the way. So it's going to be a packed house down here for the main event. Should be something else. And of course, we've got some great pros down here: Mark Kroon, Ronnie Barta, Christian Harder's down here, among so many other outstanding players.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be an unbelievable main event this year.
Yeah, absolutely. When you have people who are at the top of the top, like Christian, like Mark, like Ronnie, who are attracting even more folks to come down, and that's not even to mention the main event winners, folks like James Sloat, who not just a PPC champion, but a champion of many other poker tournaments and has a ton of cashes on his record. I think he's something like $3 million deep in his Hendon Mob.
He retired, by the way.
Did he?
That was funny. He had actually taken some time off.
It's a funny way,
and then decided to come back, and he played one of the PPC main events and won it.
Yeah, that's
his return.
It's like a Fedor Holtz style retirement.
Yeah.
Just retire from poker, immediately win a tournament.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, of course, we kicked off last night with event number 1, the Midnight Madness, which I am still trying to recover from.
Right.
I really need to go back to bed.
I got knocked out of that one pretty early, so I went to bed early.
You were hideous.
Yeah, I did not do well.
But Jim Beadnell wins that title, 3-way chop with Dave Bruno and John Orr. Chopping that thing up, and our good buddy AJ finished in 4th place in that one.
There you go. In our traditional kickoff event, which of course took place in the poker room as opposed to here in Salon B, the ballroom here with.
Is that what we're calling it now, Salon B?
It's what the name of the room is.
All right.
So it's the room that has the Chihuly glass sculpture chandelier in the middle of it. If you've ever been down here to the PPC Aruba Championship,
it's dead sexy, and I'm impressed with your chandelier knowledge.
You know, if you need glass sculpturist knowledge, you know who to come to.
Wow, that's unreal.
Yeah.
So event number 2 is underway right now. $5,000 guaranteed first place prize.
Yep, absolutely. That's usually the day one, or I guess it's day 2. The kickoff event happens on day 1 technically, but the first full day of competition kicks off with a $5K guarantee for first place, meaning that first place is guaranteed in the tournament.
Right.
We're not going to have a problem hitting that guarantee, I wouldn't imagine.
No. I mean, we're looking in here right now. Some terrific players in the field. I've just taken a fast look around the room. We've got Mark Kroon. We got Ace Jones from Rounders Radio decided to make the trip down here. A bunch of other main event winners. James Sloat, Tom Clements is here. I know I gave you a list. Pam Wilson. Monty Schmidt is in here, who won the event in Kansas City. And that was a great story for Monty, by the way. That whole little group of theirs from Wisconsin had all won titles except Monty, and then Monty pulled that thing on Kansas City.
Yeah. So we also have a former main event champion, 2014 main event champion, Aristoteles Neto is in the room, who's famous, of course, for turning $65 into $67,000 and change. Not too bad, so he's looking to add more more results with the Aruba flag next to his database.
Yep, John Ott, the former Player of the Year a couple years ago, is here as well. Boy, and like I said, it's just so many terrific players are in here. Tom Faust, who I think is a dark horse for the main event title, of course, won a main event in Tampa earlier this year, is here. Sloat's here. I mean, it's just an unbelievable field to kick things off, and it's only going to get nastier.
We were walking around the room, and you were pointing out folks to me, and every single table had a former PPC main event champion at it. It was kind of unbelievable. And, of course, the D's. Catherine.
Yeah,
and
the British invasion.
Yeah, the British folks are here from the Isles. They made the trip over to the Dutch Principality here in Aruba, and they're always a fun time as well. We're a little early in the afternoon to get into the real festivities with the Croons and the D's usually, who are leading the way on that one. But yeah, they're sitting down at the tables ready to battle.
Yep, and of course the Player of the Year races here. Of course, last year Alan Wiseman just crushed everybody.
Just ran away with it. Yeah,
I mean, it was. I remember Jim Brinkley was trying to enter every tournament he possibly could to try to catch up, but it was an impossible task. But this year, totally different story. James Sloat is out in front right now with 1,168.3671 points.
Wow.
Of course, I had a couple terrific series up in. Oh, that was cute. A couple terrific series up in Maryland. But this time around, boy, I'll tell you what, Robert Gray from Maryland at 908 is just behind him. Adam Rouse, who played 3 events.
Right. This is your buddy, Adam Rouse.
And I'll tell you what, I've got to list him as one of the favorites to come out of this thing. He's been playing super poker this year.
Yeah.
Rouse is in third right now at 902. Faust is at 867. Mike Dunn, saw him playing cash last night. He is in fifth. He's out of Tampa, as is Faust. Alex Ivan out of Tampa is also in there at 833. Kroon is in the mix with having won 2 titles in one series up in Wisconsin earlier this year.
Impressive.
Bill McCown from Tampa, Armando Figueroa from Tampa, Alec Bradlow, who made 3 final tables in a row in a series this year.
Wow, that's
pretty gross accomplishment right there. Let's see who else is here. Peter Wang. I haven't seen Peter yet. Larry Hoffman's in the field, and it just keeps on going. But this race is probably going to come down to the main event.
I would agree with that. I mean, there's so many points at stake this week, particularly in the main event, that you could see somebody as low. I mean, I don't know how the points break out, but even somebody like Aaron Pinson down there in 3rd place or 13th place, he's a threat to win every tournament he enters.
Yes, absolutely.
And he has 650 points right now. He only needs 500 to catch James Sloat. So if James. If all the players in front of him don't have a spectacular series and Aaron manages to bink 1 or 2 tournaments, maybe he catches all the way back up.
Right. It's going to be a terrific run here at the PPC Aruba World Championship. We're looking forward to bringing you all the action on ppcpokertour.com. Just click on the live updates tab. We've got all the blog posts going up for you. And, of course, we're going to be doing some video updates. You can follow us on Twitter at PPC Poker Tour and go on the Facebook page as well, PPC Poker Tour, and check everything out. It's going to be a great week down here in Aruba.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll get some sleep.
Maybe.
We'll find out.
We'll sleep when we're not in Aruba.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So we will be bringing you more updates. We'll have some interviews with a lot of the great players down here as we go through the series. And I want to thank you for joining us. We will give you more info and all sorts of fun from Aruba.
There you go.
Here on the PPC Poker Tour.